Hello, you're tuning on the first QRT News of September 2018, and here's the top news coming away. Central Ethnic Minorities Culture Festival has taken place for 3 days in Guangnam. 142 new students in Guangnam Da Nang received school invigorating scholarship. Within 3 days, from the 24th to the 27th of August in Tam Khe City, the Central Ethnic Minorities Culture Festival was organized by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism in coordination with Guangnam People's Committee. Attending the opening ceremony were Mr. Đặng Thị Ngọc Thịnh, member of the party's Central Committee, Vice President of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. With the theme preserving and promoting the cultural identity of ethnic groups in the central Vietnam in the period of renovation, integration, and sustainable development, the festival attracted the participation of 500 athletes, actors, and artisans from 13 provinces and cities in the central Vietnam, including Thanh Hóa, Nghệ An, Hà Tĩnh, Quảng Trị, Quảng Bình, Thừa Thiên Huế, Quảng Nam, Quảng Ngãi, Bình Định, Phú Yên, Khánh Hòa, Ninh Thuận, and Bình Thuận. This is an activity to honor the traditional cultural values of ethnic minorities of Central Vietnam in the united and diverse culture of the 54 ethnic groups. This festival has contributed to build and strengthen the great national unity. Among 54 ethnic groups in Vietnam, the ones in the central have a long and rich culture and are kept in cultural activities, costumes, festivals, and folk creeds. Their culture is a precious heritage contributing to the richness, diversity, and unification of Vietnamese culture. We will have a chance to behold the beauty of the traditional costumes, to immerse yourself in the festive space associated with the spiritual life and beliefs of ethnic people through the clever and talented performance of artisans in rituals, traditional folk sports, and games. The Central Ethnic Minorities Culture Sports Festival this year took place in the land of Guangnam, where converges cultural quintessence of 34 ethnic groups, especially the traditional culture, festivals, and long conventionality of ethnic minorities in the West, such as Cơ Tu, Sơ Đăng, Dễ Chiêng, Ve. In recent years, Guangnam has always paid special attention to the preservation and promotion of cultural values, considered this as the basis for tourism and economic development, improving the life of people in mountainous areas. Giving opening speech to the festival, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Đinh Văn Thu emphasized Guangnam is honored to be the host of the 3rd Central Ethnic Minorities Culture Festival in 2018. This is the land of rich cultural traditions and an attractive and favorite destination for friends all over the world. This is an opportunity for Guangnam to promote and introduce its potential tourism products and special culture to friends and travelers inside and outside the country, associating preserving cultural heritage values with sustainable tourism development. Right after the opening ceremony is the arts program with the theme Colors of Central Culture. The program brings together nearly 500 artists, professional and amateur artists to participate in the show. There are many singing and dancing scenes, impressive and colorful performances bearing the breath of the daily life and labor production of the central ethnic minorities. Morning of August the 29th at Palm Garden Resort, Hoi An City, Youth Newspaper coordinated with Guangnam Provincial Youth Union, Department of Education and Training of Guangnam and Da Nang, and the School Invigorating Club to hold a ceremony of scholarship awarding for new students in Guangnam and Da Nang. Deputy Standing Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Phan Việt Cường and representatives from departments of Guangnam Province and Da Nang City attended. At the ceremony, the club School Invigorating sponsored 142 scholarships with a total value of more than 1.48 billion dong. These are excellent students admitted to university and colleges in 2018, but their families are in difficult situation, so they are not able to follow the school. On this occasion, Nestle Vietnam supported 142 bags for new students, and Trung Nam Construction Joint Stock Corporation granted 10 awards, each worth 10 million dong to the students who received the scholarship in 2017 but achieved good results. Speaking at the ceremony, Deputy Secretary Phan Việt Quang encouraged new students to continue making efforts to overcome difficulties and conquer the education path, become useful for the society. Morning of August the 30th, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Đinh Văn Thu chaired the regular briefing of August to evaluate the implementation of socio-economic tasks and discuss the solution for the remaining months of 2018. The meeting was attended by representatives in the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee, the Standing Committee of the People's Council, the People's Committee, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee, and leaders of the provincial departments. The socio-economic situation in the province has achieved some results in the first 8 months of the year. The Industrial Production Index, production capacity and consumption of key industries showed signs of recovery and increase over the same period. Agricultural production is stable, stock raising is developing well, disease is controlled. Trade and tourism increased over the same period. Budget revenues exceeded the schedule and higher than the same period in both revenue and collection progress. The ability to raise capital and credit grow well. Political security and social order are well maintained. Along with the industry, trade and services, especially tourism spiked, with 4,890,000 tourists to visit and stay within 8 months. This sudden growth is due to the effects from the cultural and artistic events held in the area, together with the operation of some large-scale tourism projects. Along with the stable growth of many important economic indicators, Quang Nam is also facing many challenges, such as the risk of epidemics, natural disasters, natural resources, and mineral management, which need backup solution and timely rescue script. This is also the conduct emphasized by Chairman Đinh Văn Thu in the conclusion, along with 7 groups of solutions for socio-economic tasks in 2018. The 28th of August each year was selected as the traditional day of the Vietnam's Coast Guard. 28th of August 1998, 28th of August 2018. For 20 years of establishment and development, generations of officers and soldiers of the Coast Guard have always upheld the responsibility towards the party, the state, the army, and the people, promoting the good tradition of Vietnam Heroic People's Army. With many outstanding achievements, the Coast Guard is honored to be awarded the title Hero of the People's Armed Forces by the party and state. Over the past 20 years, the Coast Guard has promoted the self-reliance, solidarity, and creativity. With the spirit of bravery, the will of coming forward by strength, wisdom, and even sacrifice, the Coast Guard has set up many feats and achievements that are worth being proud of. They've done a good job in propagating and preventing thousands of foreign vessels from violating Vietnamese waters that adhered to the policies and regulations of the party and the state, along with other forces to firmly protect the national island sovereignty, while maintaining a stable environment for economic development of the country. The Coast Guard has investigated, verified, arrested, and handled thousands of cases of smuggling and trade frauds, destroyed many big drug traffickers, successfully executed hundreds of rescues and salvages in distant seas, successfully fulfilled the dictate of the heart, becoming the fulcrum for people to reach out to the sea and enrich their homeland. Generations of officers and soldiers of Vietnam Coast Guard have built up the tradition of resolute courage, difficulties defeat, closeness, solidarity, and law compliance. asserting their role as a key and specialized force of the state in the management of security, order, safety, and law enforcement in the sea and continental shelf areas of the fatherland. It's the end of today's bulletin. Please log on the website qrt.vn for more news and updates. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.